Guys, this is Adam Clark, owner of Clark Equipment Rental and Sales. I'm here to do a little walkthrough on all the different sweeper attachments we have in stock. Um, over the years, we kind of get some, we buy them, we sell them, we trade them, we rent them. And people are always asking me, what is the best? A lot of times the best depends on your application and what color paint you like. But I also think a lot of times people gravitate towards brands because they feel comfortable with the particular brand that they've always known and always used. They live off of their brand. And we're going to show you here the differences between about 3 or 4 different manufacturers of skid steer attachments. But yeah, so all these brands, all of these different brands we have, they all have their pluses, they all have their minuses. And one thing I think you might be surprised about is sometimes the most well-known brands are really charging an extremely steep premium for their sticker. I'm going to start off right here with a diesel branded pickup broom. This is one of my, this is a company based in Syracuse over on State Fair Boulevard. They've moved into my old property there. A lot of you guys are familiar with the diesel hammers, the diesel buckets, the diesel couplers. They're rolling out wheel loader forks, skid steer forks. They've come out with some really, really nice brooms. And essentially what they're doing is they're going to all the different manufacturers and seeing what works, what doesn't work, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. What I really like about this pickup broom, if Jimmy follows me over here, is just how heavy duty everything is. Like, feel this metal. That's solid, thick metal. We've got extra fish plating around where the bearing is. Really easy to get to the bearing, really easy to grease the bearing. Look how thick and heavy this steel is here. You're not going to find steel this thick anywhere else other than a diesel broom. We've got really nice grease fittings on all the pivot points. You'll notice a lot of the other guys don't put grease fittings there. The skid steer coupler bracket, because we do rentals and sales, and I've done this for almost 20 years, it's incredible what some people are able to do. There's extra reinforcement around the skid steer coupler because I've actually seen guys rip them and bend them off machines. Don't ask me how. Hey, one day me and a bunch of my friends are going to get together and write a book, and it's going to be a bestseller, and it's going to be titled, "You Won't Believe the Shit That Happens on Job Sites." It'll be a bestseller, guaranteed, guaranteed. Anybody that has skid steer attachments know that sometimes if you have operators working for you, they forget to unplug the hoses. So here, instead of having the hoses go straight from the hydraulic motor to the machine, we've actually got a break halfway through. So if they break the hoses, like they disconnect the quick coupler down there, but forget to do the hoses, you're only going to lose this 3 foot of hose, not the entire length of hose. Conversely, if they catch this, they're not going to rip those. If this was one piece of hose, I've seen where the motor actually gets ruined because the hoses get caught on the machine and they drive away and they rip the hoses out of the motor. That's why we did that. We've got good areas to chain things down, some nice sturdy places to chain them down easily. And then we've got some real nice thick plating around the hydraulic motor. We really wanted to put a lot of metal into these, beef these up, because people love to destroy their skid steer brooms. This is a Vernig broom, a pickup broom. We really like these as well. I had bought these shortly before Diesel came out with theirs. I'm going to be buying the Diesels from here on out. This is my second favorite skid steer broom. Again, real thick here. Nice beefiness, but actually not as much beefiness as the Diesel one. Like, it's good, but I mean, you can't even compare how much metal you get here versus here. The long hose thing I was talking about, see how long these hoses are? So if a guy drives away without disconnecting the actual quick coupler, he's going to rip about an 8 or 9 foot hose instead of a 3 foot hose. And there's also a good possibility that he's going to rip the hose right out of the motor. And that's not good. That's when you break the fittings off in the motor, you're done. The hydraulic motor here, it's a good Danfoss motor, but look at the size of the hydraulic motor here versus the size of the hydraulic motor over there. That's really what you're buying. You're buying the hydraulic motor. This one, much thinner steel. Solid, tinny. This is still thicker than a lot of them, but not clunk, clunk, clunk. Both of them, I think the Vernig's a little bit wider. They're both very good units. I'm not gonna like throw the Vernig away. I'm gonna keep it in my rental fleet. I'll rent it, I'll sell it. But going forward, I'm probably gonna be buying all diesel pickup brooms because the price versus the value is unbeatable. Let's see here. This one here is $80.29. My price on this is $79.74 versus $4,300. So you're saving almost $4,000 on the diesel broom. The steel is thicker, the hydraulic motor is larger, and you've got the brake and the hydraulic hoses for when the guy forgets to disconnect them. I think it's a no-brainer. And that is what I got for now for pickup brooms. My next segment will be